The museum is run by a heritage charity called WiSH, Wimbledon in Sporting History, and I was one of the co-founders. Given this club's difficult history, the club itself didn't own the vast majority of the heritage. Probably about 6 of us as private collectors that had spent our lives hoarding stuff that used to belong to Wimbledon Football Club. And gradually we learnt about each other, and we learnt to stop bidding against each other for auction houses. For a couple of years I'd always wanted to give my collection back, but persuading the others, it was about, well, how do we enshrine it? How do we make sure this never happens again? We kind of said, well, if we form our own charity, that enshrines it. Because the charity's objective is to keep, preserve and maintain the football club history. And then we said, well, could we have a room for a museum then? They gave us this space, and originally when we walked in, it was just bare concrete. There was no flooring in here, there was no lighting. So we got to, with a whole string of volunteers, and created the museum, and it is what it is today. All of the display units in here have come out of major London museums. Everything in here in terms of display cabinets has been donated by third parties. I love the 1963 FA Amateur Cup kit, which belonged to a defender called Dave Willis, and unfortunately he passed away last year. But when we created AFC Wimbledon, he got in touch with us and said, I'm going to give you my players kit, and can you sell it and put the money towards AFC Wimbledon? A friend of mine, Mick Pugh, said to him, look, we'd love the kit, but we're not going to sell it because it's too precious, and eventually we'll have a museum. Pie in the sky, you know, kind of wishful thinking. But when we came here, we invited Dave down, and something like 20 odd years after telling him we weren't going to sell it and that we were going to put it in a museum, we actually fulfilled that. I think because of the story of that, that's my dearest piece in here.